Hello students. Today's learning topic is chapter number 9, reproduction in animals. First point is modes of reproduction. Reproduction is the process by which living organisms produce more living organisms of its own kind. For example, human produce young one baby. Second, cat produce young one kitten. Third, dog produce young one puppy. Fourth, butterfly produce young one caterpillar. Fifth, hen produce young one chick. Sixth, cow produce young one calf. Seventh, frog produce young one tadpole. Okay. And there are two modes by which animals reproduce. These are first sexual reproduction and asexual reproduction. First, sexual reproduction. The type of reproductions beginning from the fusions of male and female gametes is known as a sexual reproduction. And the reproductive parts in animals also produce gametes that fuse to a form of zygote. It is the zygote which develops into a new individual. And in human sexual reproduction occurs. Okay. Next point is male reproductive organs. The male reproductive organs include a pair of testes, two sperm ducts, and a penis. And the testes produce the male gametes is called a sperm. Millions of sperms are produced by the testes. Okay. And though sperms are very small in size and each has a head, a middle piece, and a tail, and each sperm is a single cell with all the usual cell components. Okay. Next point is female reproductive organs. The female reproductive organs are a pair of ovaries, oviduct, and uterus. The ovary produce female gametes called eggs. In human beings, a single matured egg is released into the oviduct by one of the ovaries every month, and uterus is the part where development of the baby takes place. Like the sperm, an egg is also a single cell. Okay. Next point is fertilization. The first step in process of reproduction in the fusions of a sperm and an ovum. When sperm come in contact with an egg, one of the sperm may fuse with the egg. Such fusions of egg and sperm is called a fertilization. And during the fertilization, the sperm and the egg fuse to form a single nucleus. This results in the formations of a fertilized egg or zygote. Yes, and zygote is the beginning of a new individual. Okay. And there are two types of fertilization. First, internal fertilization, and second, external fertilization. Now first, internal fertilization. The process of fertilization is the meeting of an egg cell from mother and a sperm cell from a father. So, the new individual inherits from some characteristic from the mother and some from the father. Yes, and look at your brother or sister. See if you can recognize some characteristic in that similar to those of your mother or of your father. Yes, and fertilization which take place inside the female body is called internal fertilization. Okay. And internal fertilization occurs in many animals, including humans, cows, dogs, and hens. Okay. Second, fertilization is external fertilization. And you will be surprised to know that in many animals, fertilization takes place outside the body of the female. In these animals, fertilization takes place in water. During spring or rainy season, frogs and toads move to ponds and slow flowing streams. When the male and female come together in water, the female lays hundreds of eggs, and unlike hen's egg, frog's egg is not covered by a shell, and it is comparatively very delicate, and a layer of jelly hold eggs together and provides protection to the eggs. And as the eggs are laid, the male deposits sperm are over them. Each sperms swim randomly in water. With the help of its long tail, the sperms come in contact with the eggs. This results in fertilization. And these types of fertilization, in which fusions of male and female gametes take place outside the body of the female, is called external fertilization. And it is very common in aquatic animals such as a fish, starfish, etc. Okay. Next point is development of embryo. Fertilizations result in formations of zygote, which beginning to develop into an embryo. The zygote divide rapidly to give rise to the ball cell, and the cell then began to form groups that develop into different tissues and organs of the body. And these developing structures is termed an embryo. The embryo gets embedded in the wall of the uterus for the further development, and embryo continues to develop into the uterus. It gradually develops body parts such as hand, leg, head, eyes, ears, etc. And the stage of embryo in which all the body parts can be identified is called fetus. When the development of fetus is complete, the mother gives birth to the baby. Okay? And internal fertilization takes place in hens also. But do hens gives birth to babies like human beings and cows? Soon after fertilization, the zygote divide rapidly and travel down the ovidant. As it travels down, many protective layers are found around it. The hard cell that you see in hen's egg is one such protective layer. After the hard cell is formed around developing embryo, the hen finally lays eggs. The embryo takes about 3 weeks to develop into a chick. You must have seen hens sitting on eggs to provide sufficient warmth. And the development of chicks takes place inside the egg cell during the period after the chick is completely developed. It boosts open the egg cell. Okay, and in animals which undergo external fertilization, development of embryo takes place outside the female body, and embryos continue to grow within their eggs covering, and after the embryos develop the eggs hatch. You must have seen numberless tadpoles swimming in ponds or streams. Yes? Okay.